So good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining the webinar today. I'm Sumit Chandra Sharma, Head of Oracle Sales and Solution at Suneratech. Been in industry for close to 19 years and have worked extensively on EBS implementations. I have worked extensively on upgrades, rollouts, managed services. And since session today is upgrade, I wanted to highlight I have been an upgrade specialist for more than 13 years, and I personally delivered over 24 go-lives. I'm joined by our CEO, Ravi Reddy, who has been a veteran in the industry for over 2 decades and has helped build enterprise solution BU for large global technology leader. He is on Oracle Cloud Partner Advisory Board, and I have invited him to share some insights on where Oracle is heading, and he'll talk about all this shortly. I'm joined by Shrikant, our principal EBS and cloud architect, having over 2 decades of experience and delivering digital transformation across several multi-billion-dollar organizations. And he is going to talk about how we have automated the whole EBS upgrades for dozens of our customers. And I would recommend you to have your questions ready, because let's shoot to him when his turn comes, and let's get clarifications of all the questions and doubts we may have. So moving forward, what we want in the session today, as a takeaway from this webinar, I want you to take 3 things. Number 1, why should you stay on a supported EBS version? Number 2, what's in it for you to migrate EBS to cloud? And third, how can you cut down the upgrade time and upgrade cost in half while mitigating all the risks that are associated? So that's what I intend to cover in the next 40 minutes. Let me start by inviting Ravi, our CEO, to introduce the organization.
At 30,000 feet, we are a 1,500 employees organization serving around 200 active customers today. And our unique differentiation has been enabling digital innovation by adopting the 3-switch approach, which is automate, migrate, innovate. That's the 3-switch approach. And everything that we do, we try to bring automation by leveraging our IP. As you can see, we have 9 different digital solutions which enable us to automate. We've migrated various workloads, over 500 workloads we have migrated across the multi-cloud. Now, giving a quick snapshot, bringing you into the Oracle realm of things. As you see, over 500 associates working just in the Oracle practice. There are 100 active customers that we serve in the Oracle practice today. We are the #1 Oracle's cloud partner. That means the number of workloads we migrated to Oracle Cloud. And some marquee customers that cut across various verticals that you'll see various verticals in the next slide. But just to give you a snapshot, expertise that cut across full stack Oracle, from EBS, PeopleSoft to middleware and data and database and cloud infrastructure. That's the full stack Oracle capabilities. Our approach has always been, platform-led approach, where you see a lot of IP, intellectual property, that we bring in to accelerate things. So you will hear a lot more about EBS Cloud Upgrade Assist and CloudTestr today. But in addition to that, we use Automas for automating the entire managed application using artificial intelligence. So we cut down the managed services cost. Docs is about DevOps automation and some of the other IP that is relevant for the Oracle customers. ServiceNext is our RPA platform to process, automate your order to cash, procure to pay, hire to retire. From a service offering perspective, something that is very unique about us is we believe in, adoption. That most customers have cloud first as the agenda, but very few are able to still embark on it because of the upfront investment that is required to transform to cloud. So over the last 3 years, we have successfully mastered the art of zero-cost cloud migration. So you will see today how we're using this zero-cost model for also upgrade, right? And this is going to be, Sumit is going to spend some time on how that zero-cost cloud migration model works. Here are the 200 active customers that I talked about that cut across these 6 verticals. And as you can see, some marquee customers across banking, across retail, healthcare, manufacturing is our biggest vertical. You'll see a lot of customers that we've transformed into cloud in manufacturing, energy, and other telco verticals like TrackPhone and others.
So why the curious case of Oracle upgrade? And as many of you are already aware that Oracle has announced the end of Premier support for 12.1.3. So what does it mean? It means that all the comprehensive maintenance support for Oracle database, the Fusion middleware, the application, that is going to end on this date. So what happens? So what are the options? Oracle is going to offer sustaining support. Now, sustaining support, that will allow customers to retain the upgrade rights and access to the pre-existing fixes, assistance from the Oracle technical support and things like that. So this is sustaining, isn't it? At the same time, customer will face limitations, and the limitations will be like limited maintenance. There'll be no patch fixes or updates. There'll be low performance issue. There'll be security vulnerabilities, and this is a very, very important factor. All of you must have seen, experienced the CPC patches that are released. There are increased costs, and I'll share a glimpse of it in a subsequent slide, and things like that, compliance issues. And so point is, sustaining of support is the option 1. The next option, what Oracle has come up with is, we call it market-driven support. Now, what is market-driven support? It is way more than sustaining support, because it will be offering patch fixes, it will be addressing few security vulnerabilities and things like that, right? At the same time, there'll still not be platinum service. There'll be still limited integration support. There'll still be payroll country limitations. There'll still be, for example, if you have a new third-party product, you cannot get it certified. The architectural changes cannot be done. So it's still a very, very limited version of support. And what happens? The costing, the model way costing is calculated. So you have to pay for extended support, sustaining support, and the market-driven support. So whatever you pay for your regular Premier support, you are paying way more than that for the market-driven support and still getting less. So in short, what we are trying to tell you is, if you are going for sustaining support or market-driven support at the end of this year on 31st December, it makes a lot of business sense and a lot of economic sense too, to plan your upgrade almost immediately.
So these are some of the key upgrades, along with lift and shift into cloud infrastructure that Suneratech has taken up in year 2021. So what Suneratech has done is, we have automated the 80% of the effort, the CEMLI retrofit and testing effort, reducing the total effort by 60%. And overall, reducing the total upgrade effort, cost, and timeline by around 50%. And more importantly, any upgrade is involved with risk. Since we are doing this through automation and platforms, we're significantly reducing the risk. So you all can log into the CEMLI retrofit platform. So if you can type in ebsupgrade.com or ebsupgrade.com, you can register here for a free trial. And once you register, you can log in. So what we do here is, it's a 4-step process. First, we identify all your CEMLIs, because there are a lot of customers who do not know what CEMLIs they have. And the second step is, we identify the CEMLIs which are impacted by the upgrade. And this you could do it yourself. You have to download the analyzer script, the instructions how to execute. And after you execute the output file, you could select your current version. let's say your current version is 12.13, and go to version, the to-be version is 12.2.10, you select the file and upload the file. What it does is, it gives you a complete analysis of which of the CEMLIs are impacted by the upgrade. And I will get to that report soon. And here, this is the first step. You're identifying your CEMLIs which are impacted by the upgrade. Then the second step, which is the most important step, is the CEMLI retrofit. And this is where it takes majority of the time. And this is all done manually by the developers. What we have done is we have automated this to a large extent. So again, you download the source code extractor script. By running this script, all the source code of your CEMLIs, you get it from your own systems, and then you upload that source code. And then you click on the retrofit, auto retrofit. When you click on this auto retrofit, that source code is modified to be compatible with the new version or the to-be version, to be upgraded version. And there are a lot of features in this platform where you can see the retrofit status. These are all the source code so you have here with schema, object type, object name, pre-retrofit code, and post-retrofit code, and also the log history. This also gives you what has been changed. And also it lists out the different, the number of objects which are dependent on this source code. The log history has quite detailed what has changed. So you can always review here. These are all the things which have been changed by our automation. And if there was no automation, these would have been changed by the developers manually. And it gives the line number of the source code, what has been changed, and complete details. Then the next feature of this platform is, once the retrofit is done, now you want to deploy this code first into your development environment, then your test, QA, and eventually to production. So it has, you can deploy, it has the features to migrate or promote code from one environment to other. And it also keeps a history of everything, what has been done, what has been promoted, where it has been promoted, and so on. And along with this, we also do a free assessment report. Let me get to the free assessment report. So what we do for customers is, we run this platform against customers' current version of EBS environment, whether you're on 11.5.10, 12.13, and so on. What it does is it gives this report. And this report identifies all the different types of objects which you see on the left side or the y-axis, and the number of objects on the x-axis. So the pink color represents the total count, and the blue color represents, those are the number of objects impacted by the upgrade to the version you want to upgrade. If you want to upgrade to different version, the impact would be different. And beneath that, the bar charts, you have the columnar view of the same thing, total count and impacted. Then we also give a tentative project schedule, depending on the complexity of the customizations. In the previous slide, we also rate the complexity of the customization, how complex a particular customization is from a retrofit perspective. And based on that, what we do is we give you a tentative project schedule. If you look at this, so CloudTestr is an automated testing platform. So it's an enterprise level automated testing platform, which works for every on-premise applications like Oracle, eBusiness Suite, SAP, and so on, and also cloud applications, whether it is Oracle HCM, ERP, or Workday, Salesforce, and so on. It works for both SaaS and on-premise. Some of the key features of CloudTestr is integrations testing, complete automation of integrations, whether it is inbound integrations or outbound integrations. When I say inbound integrations, from application to application, or outbound integrations with your trading partners, so the customers or suppliers and so on. All those integrations could be tested, could be automated. The testing of those could be automated. And whichever software you use, whether you're using Oracle Fusion or MuleSoft or Dell Boomi or whatever. So CloudTestr does functional and regression testing of all the business flows, all the process flows, and integrations testing, end-to-end testing. When I talk about end-to-end testing, if you want to perform, you're capturing your customer in Salesforce, and then you're moving on to order management of EBS, and then you're shipping from JDE, JD Edwards or Red Prairie. CloudTestr with single test case can perform testing across different applications, Salesforce, Oracle eBusiness Suite, JE. And we also do performance testing from both aspects. One is load testing, especially when we move to cloud, we do load testing. And also we test the performance of critical business flows. So all that could be achieved using this platform. Let me get to the demo of the platform. So the unique features, I'm going to present just the unique features. The way we organize these, as I said, it's an enterprise level platform. You can define your applications, Oracle HCM, EBS, and so on. You can define mobile apps because it has the capability to test mobile apps, PPM Cloud, capability to test PeopleSoft, JDE, Pega, and any other application. Oracle, okay, we also have NetSuite customers. And then you define your products, what kind of products this is, and you define your modules within that application and so on. So you get a complete view of where your automation status is. How many of the test cases you're continuing to test manually versus how many of them have you automated?
Now, I know we are running short of time, so I'll quickly give you a broad perspective of our unique differentiator, which we call as zero cost cloud migration. And essentially, as a business leader, right, so you are very well aware of the power of cloud. I mean, once migrated to cloud, you can leverage the art of possibilities, the analytics, the AI, RPA, cloud native applications, and more. So, and you are also aware of the cost of lost opportunities for not migrating to cloud. So when it comes to migration to cloud, the question is not of why, but when. And that is where our interesting offering called zero cost cloud migration comes, because what Suneratech does to show our commitment to enabling our cloud customers, we invest upfront for both the cloud infrastructure on your behalf, possibly as an MSP, as well as for the migration services. So you do not need to identify any kind of funds to pay the existing service contracts, as well as existing contracts to the equipment or the cloud organizations, as well as to Suneratech for consulting companies. So what happens is, only when you are live in cloud and your users have certified that, yes, we are go live, we have migrated to cloud, and you start realizing the benefits, then you start paying us from the savings that you are realizing as part of your digital journey to cloud. So this is the power of zero cost cloud migration. So essentially, we are addressing all your concerns for cloud migration by taking away all your risks, converting the CapEx to OpEx. I'm sure the office of the CFO will definitely be pleased by that. And we are offering one of the best in class managed services experience. And as Ravi said at the beginning, we are the #1 cloud partner for Oracle from last couple of years. So I know. I mean, at a very broad level, we in a short on time because I want to take a couple of questions, but this is a quick synopsis of one of our customers where we saved 42% by migrating the customer from on-prem EBS to cloud under the same zero-cost cloud migration program. So this is the power. Right. So I'll take a pause here. I know there have been a couple of questions, and Shrikant and Ravi, I wanted to post some of them to you. And the question is, you give report or do you give pricing too? Shrikant, you want to take that?
Yeah, the free assessment comes with the effort estimate, timeline, and also the pricing if you have to do that, if you have to take over the entire upgrade project.
Okay. The second one was that, do I get a zero cost without doing the upgrade, or is it only with upgrade? Go ahead, Shrikant.
Okay. Yeah, the zero cost cloud migration, these two are mutually exclusive. The only reason we have taken up these two in this webinar is because most of our customers are doing both at the same time to save on costs and also the time to test. When you do a cloud migration, there's a lot of testing that is required. So they're combining upgrade with cloud migration. But there are customers where we have done cloud migration without upgrade. Like Sumit pointed out, AJ Gallagher, we did not do the upgrade. We just migrated them to cloud. And similarly, there's a couple of more customers. So yes, the zero cost is applicable. Either we do upgrade or the migration.
Thanks, Shrikant. I think we may have time to take one more question. This question is like, if I am in 11i, how will this tool work?
Well, you have seen the previous slide. There were two customers, World Fuel Services, and there were one more customer. I think it was TrackPhone. Both are on 11.5.10. So the tool works for all versions which are above and beyond 11.5.10 to the latest version.
Good. I think, yeah. So those were some of the questions that we had received on the chat. You can, please feel free to post those questions. I have put my email ID. You can contact me at sumit.sharma@suneratech.com. And please visit the www.ebsupgrade.com and think, I think there was some question on how do we get the free upgrade assessment. So all you need is to just go to www.ebsupgrade.com. You register there. You don't even need to talk to us, and you can download the free assessment tool and you can run it. And if you want us to do the analysis for you, we can get in touch with you. Otherwise, you can use this and get that analysis at your end, even without involving us. So that is our commitment to the making sure all the customers who are out there, we want to help them upgrade to the next version. Thank you for your time, and thanks for all those questions that were posted. Thanks. Sorry we couldn't take one or two questions, but please reach out to me and Suneratech. Visit our website, and we'll be there to address any of the questions that you have. Thanks to our panelists Ravi and Shrikant for your time, and have a good rest of the day. Thank you, guys.